off. We are racing round 2, Virginia International Raceway, and Chip Herr did not get the start he wanted, but look at the BMWs. Remember, rear-wheel drive and off in the grass. Gets pushed. Herr hanging on to the lead, but a real-time contingent right behind him trying to work their way to the front.
And a little bump down here. Remember, I told you this is the tightest part of the racetrack. These next 3 corners, very little room to go side by side. They're going to make it 3 wide.
Herr holding on to the lead. It had to be Wittmer right behind him in the 44. And look at this traffic jam. You see the 73 trying to work his way back up. That's Espinlaub, who had qualified outside the front row. Wittmer to block, keeping Espinlaub behind him. And look at Wittmer get loose. Meanwhile, Chip Herr saying, thank you, guys. I'm out of here.
I don't know if Wittmer's getting looser, if he's getting pushed around from the backside. I mean, these guys really run in close proximity right now. If I was driving, would be looking at that weather we saw from behind and thinking, now, I don't have to be brave right now. I'm going to have to make a pit stop soon.
At the start, it was James Clay on the outside in that blue Bimmerworld BMW. They got pushed wide. Now up through the S's. Remember, we saw at the top of the show, James Clay and Seth Thomas working together through the S's. Not close enough to do that right now. Meanwhile, Espinlaub trying to get things gathered back up. And look at this in the S's.
And all that dropping wheels is not going to do a single thing for traction around here once this rain starts coming down. This corner in particular, the Oak Tree corner, all that oak fuzz that you have to sweep off your driveway, that's slippery when you get it wet.
Heating up at Virginia International Raceway, and it is touring car Kuno Wittmer looking for his first win in World Challenge competition. Has begun to close the gap to Chip Herr. Dorsey really seems to be reeling him in.
He had right up on the back. He was right up underneath the back of him, and look behind. Now you see some brake block up. Right behind him is Pierre.
40 races, so he's going to be busy, but he's still looking for that first victory here in Speed World Challenge.
Well, he's busy right now trying to haul in Chip Herr. He is the 2005 Canadian Honda Michelin Challenge champion, so Wittmer very good in these sedan-type cars. You got Herr in front of you right now. You see the lockup, Dorsey. You see the smoke from time to time. You almost feel like I could bide my time and pounce when I need to, but when you look off in the distance and you see the weather coming, does that change your mindset?
You know, you want to keep the pressure on for sure, keep that tire locking up situation, because it'll just get worse and worse as it goes on. On the other hand, you know, it depends on what your feeling is about driving in the rain, what your car's like driving in the rain. You're either going to try to make an advantage now or maybe wait for it to rain.
As they come down the long back straightaway here at Virginia International Raceway, the drivers look off to the left and they'll see the thunderstorm coming. You see Kuno Wittmer has gone to the headlights, and that's not because of visibility. The battle for the victory in round 2 of the Speed Touring Car Championship continues to rage. 7 laps in the book, working lap 8 right now to keep Seth Thomas from going to the inside, or is Kleinubing beginning to say, come on, Kuno, you need to go because I have a faster car?
It's a yes and yes to that answer. I think you get a nail on the head there. You see him now taking the run down the inside, and he will get that position. He's going to take Thomas with him. Oh, the spin. Herr spins on his own.
Thomas tries to sneak up a position as well, and it looked like Herr did it all on his own. We'll have to look at a replay, but right now, that Mazda falling from the lead back to 4th.
It can be raining on one end of this course and totally dry on the other, and you don't know until you get there. They just made contact.
And look at this battle. Thomas trying to take over the position. He wants to claw his way forward before the rain comes. Great battles everywhere. Pierre Kleinubing will lead lap 10. We'll be back to more touring car action from Virginia International Raceway. Things really getting exciting here. Make sure you stay with us. We'll be right back. Second place.
Seth Thomas really putting pressure on Kuno Wittmer. Has been alongside, had the nose in there. He's definitely faster on the top end at the end of the straightaway. But it seems that Kuno able to get into the corner. Look here, they almost bump all the time in the brake zones.
I think right now, Seth Thomas in the blue BMW to the left of your screen definitely has the faster car than Kuno Wittmer, but having the faster car and getting by the car in front of you, 2 very different things. And Chip Herr continuing to have his Thomas working his way on Kuno Wittmer. Can he get him? This is where he's looked each time, Dorsey. And it just looks like the brakes on that Acura too good to get it done, but I keep seeing smoke.
Yeah, he's driving him in there hard enough that Kuno's now locking rear tires. One more car length deeper, if he can con him into going in a little bit more, and then he'll get that position.
He's going to step over the line, won't he? And then Seth Thomas will be able to slip by. But I think World Challenge has done such a great job on creating an even playing field. You look at these cars, and even when Chip Herr was there, it was a Mazda, Acuras, and the BMWs, and they're all running the same pace. So pretty impressive. Look at Wittmer on the defensive. He knows who has the fast car. Seth Thomas looking the long way around. Now, can he cut back underneath?
He'll try, and they bump.
Excuse me.
Yeah, well, that's what he's got to do. He tried to drive him in there too deep, tried to wait for him to go too long and go inside of him. That didn't work. So let's try a bump now, because I don't have much time left, and you're in my way.
14 laps in the book, working 15 of 21. Thomas now beginning to get a little bit. They weren't banging the curbs. They just were going around the backside.
Oh, here we go. Big run. Now, can he con him into going too deep? Let's see for the tire smoke now.
This is where they said hello last time. Is he going to say hello again?
BMW, more mile per hour at the end of the long straightaways, no question about it. However, the front-wheel drive Acura gets off the corners faster, gets the acceleration up faster, and opens that gap up. That's frustrating if you're in the third-place car right now.
And Seth Thomas working hard enough to lose part of his front grille, part of that very, very recognizable BMW front grille missing on the right side. So Seth Thomas doing all he can. As we went to break, I talked about one of the cars coming to pit road. It was Glenn Bocchino. He
to the outside.
You can see the hood shaking there in the draft, looking to the inside again. We've seen this time after time. Just not enough to
Oh, there's a mistake. That could have been it. I mean, that's how close it is. Easy to keep going straight as these two front-wheel drive cars can jump these curves. Watch right here.
And something tells me Kuno Wittmer's going to throw plenty of dirt in his face as they go through here. You saw the wheels off the ground for Seth Thomas through that one section.
Oh, and here's the leader off and crashing.
That's Pierre Kleinubing up at the corner right before Oak Tree, turn 11.
Now that is Oak Tree. He crashed on the exit of Oak Tree, got in the fuzz. I'm sure of it.
You in this fuzz, but right now Kuno Wittmer has taken over the lead, and for Seth Thomas, he understands if I can get past that one car, the victory that I lost at Road Atlanta, I'll get it back. But don't forget, Kuno Wittmer winless as well in Speed World Challenge competition. So two guys right now fighting it out for their first win. Let's take a look. A great battle here. It's been this way since the lights changed, and Thomas looking again along the driver's left into the turn at the end of the long back straightaway. Did Wittmer make the mistake? No. Now this is where Seth Thomas has to get it done, Dorsey. It's going to be white flag. Will he get the drive off Hogbend? A little sideways.
A little sideways. Needs a good run out of the pig pen corner down here on the front straight, and maybe give that shot in turn one again. Try it again in turn one.
Front wheel drive Acura, rear wheel drive BMW. We've heard these teams say in the front wheel drive cars, it's going to go to push or understeer. The white flag waves. For the BMW clan, the rear wheel drive cars, it's going to go to loose. Closer than he has been down to turn one. In the grass, looking for a way around.
Fades to the outside. Now watch for brake lockup. He might be able to get to the inside. No, perfectly done by Wittmer.
Can he cut back underneath? The little little push there on the rear end.
And Thomas getting loose now, really driving hard.
Raining.
Okay, this is what we were looking for. Rain on the last half of the lap.
Oh, and he slides. You saw the slide there from the onboard camera. It is really beginning to get loose. This is onboard P.D. Cunningham a little further back, so...
Oh, side by side for the lead. Wrong side of the racetrack for Thomas, unfortunately.
Raindrops on the camera lens. You don't know where it's going to be. That was just one section of the racetrack. Looks dry as a bone. No, I can begin to see spray through here, Dorsey.
Oh, it's going to be slippery. And they're dicing with each other in a very high-speed area of the racetrack here.
Wittmer blocking. Thomas trying to find a way around. The car sliding through the S's. This is great stuff. Up here, turn 11, the top of the S's. It's where Kleinubing had his problem. He has dropped all the way back to 7th through 11. Wittmer makes it.
Thomas has got to nail this exit. He's going to have to really get on the throttle soon. And here we go, the drag race.
Remember, the BMW has shown us top speed. He's a little closer than he's been. Dorsey, if he gets alongside, can they run through the roller coaster side by side? Thomas with the draft, the hood beginning to shake on the BMW.
There you go.
Up behind him.
One way to get him in too deep is push him in too deep.
Closer than he has been, further alongside. It's not going to happen this time, but the smoke off the back of the Acura.
Up the inside. Come on, go. So close.
Holding Wittmer off the preferred line there in the beginning. This is it, the final turn. The right-hand sweeper, they call it hog pen. Wittmer on the curb. Can Thomas get the drive, the BMW, the rear-wheel drive? looking for a way around to the line. Checkered flag in the air. Thomas, can he get it done in the draft? No.
I think he pushed him across the line.
What a battle speed touring car. Round 2. Kuno Wittmer takes his first victory, but by less than a car length, Dorsey. I do believe Seth Thomas had the front wheels alongside the rear of Kuno Wittmer. 0.090 seconds. Kuno Wittmer takes the checkered flag and the victory. Speed touring car from Virginia International Raceway. We'll be right back.